That's like an improv game where you're like given a phrase and you only say like one thing or...
And it's the emotion in which you say it. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I like this. Okay, what else you got?
Ah, my God.
Well, you changed the word there.
Okay. Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
Recently, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
And it didn't take us long to become completely obsessed with the show.
But one of the things we love the most about the show is the brilliant end credit sequences.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us right here on Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
All right! Chip chipperoo, my little rubber cockroaches.
That sounded like it was going to be very dirty.
Rubber...
This week on Bob's Credits, we are going to be discussing Prank You for Being a Friend. This is the episode where Louise helps her friend, kind of her friend, become bad, so she's kicked out of Wagstaff. But we're not there yet, are we, Max?
We're not there just yet. We just have a little bit of, what's the word?
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping. Housekeeping?
Wait, what's that from?
Housekeeping? It's from Home Alone.
Oh, yes, Lost in New York.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, when Tim Curry's knocking on the door.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Just real quick, as we've mentioned leading up to this, Skylar and I are going to take a little hiatus after this episode on the main feed because we're finishing up season 10 here, obviously, and we like to do a little break in between seasons so we can catch up on other fun stuff we're working on.
That being said, we will be taking a few weeks off, but if you are jonesing for us, we have our Patreon, lots of ad-free bonus episodes there that you haven't listened to. And in the second tier, we will be doing first reactions to this new season of Bob's Burgers, which should be premiering very soon when this is released. It's premiering on September 28th, and we do get on the mic and make mini episodes where we discuss the recent and current Bob's Burgers episodes.
And we'll still be doing our regular Patreon schedule, so there'll be 2 episodes a month.
Yep.
Still coming out. That's on patreon.com/Bob's Credits.
I think that's all the business, but we have some fun to get into.
That's all the business.
Mr. Business.
I will say, if you prefer to be watching this instead of listening to this, we are on YouTube. And this is video, and you can see how awkward Skylar and I are during you're holding up your hand, are during the intro to our podcasts because we have to let it play.
And also, I got these stick-on nails.
Skylar, for those of you listening, Skylar has been holding her hand up for the past, 45 seconds.
I want to show the camera. I got these stick-on nails, and they feel too long for me, but I cannot get them off my hand. So they've become me. This is my personality now. Can you guys vote in the comments section on YouTube? Do these look too long for me?
Do they look like cat nails or like monster nails?
Or do I look really cool? Do I look like, oh, she's so young, she's so hip?
Let us
Trying
know.
too hard?
I'm curious.
Or not? Okay.
And I also would like to show off my coffee because it's the first time on video.
Drop that. The way you are holding that slippery cup.
My Vietnamese coffee, and man, take a sip right now.
You are making me so anxious right now, Max. Max's arm was just wrapped around his microphone, holding this condensation-y cup.
Should we play the very last Bob pun or Max pun
of season 10? Yes.
Okay. This week we are doing Store Next Door.
Ooh, fun.
Are you ready for your first pun, Skylar?
I am.
The Pilates Kid, Pilates for Children.
Max.
Bob.
That was so funny.
Your next pun is, you really got mean. Anger management.
Max.
Yes.
That was really, really good.
Your next pun is, since you've been pawned, pawn shop. Since you've been pawned.
That's so, I feel like Bob's would so pun that song. But then again, you would pun that song.
That is the dilemma of this game, isn't it?
Max.
Yes. And your final pun is Raiders of the Lost Spark, marriage counseling.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Sorry. Sneezed on you. It came so fast.
You moved away from the mic and it's on me instead.
so sorry. I normally try and but I just feel so constricted. I couldn't put I'm so sorry. Okay. Max.
Yes.
So good.
Thank you.
Why
Thank you.
Why is Bob's Burgers sleeping on these?
I don't know.
Probably because they don't listen to this.
That's true. Yeah. And you just mean like the entire cast and crew listening to our podcasts every week together. They gather around. They play this before they do all the script reads.
They're like, we don't need a table read this week. Let's just listen to this tiny, tiny podcast. All right. Max Miller, are you ready for Skylar Side's The Fun Facts before the fun facts?
Dish it, girl.
I have a Bob Belcher specific fun fact for you, Max, and for everyone in the audience, but you know how much Max Miller loves Bob Belcher. I was listening to an interview with the one, the only H. John Benjamin recently, and he has a kind of joke episode of Bob's Burgers that he has been pitching, and I want it to happen so badly.
I don't even know what it is and I want it to happen. Why have they not satisfied this man?
I know. Give him what he wants.
Yes.
So he wants a whole episode where the only line that Bob speaks, and this can be 4 times, it can be 27, whatever the writers choose on, the only line that he speaks is, drumroll please, oh my God. Can you do it for us?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
In the interview, they showed Bob saying it in from a lot of different episodes. And so he's like, now maybe Bob Belcher isn't in the episode a lot. And so it works. And it's just only 4 oh my gods. But maybe it's a Bob-centric episode, but the only line he speaks is, oh my God.
I love it. And I think it could work. That family is so chaotic around him. There could be a whole episode where he can't even get a word in edgewise with Linda and Jean and Louise,
I love that. I was expecting, he's so sarcastic and so funny. I was expecting him to say something really outlandish that you could never do. And I was like, no, they could do this episode.
What's a one, you said one sentence, right? Or one word?
One phrase.
One phrase.
For who?
Peaches and cream.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to think of what one phrase would be weird and hard to work in. Obviously, oh my God, you can work in. So Bob says it all the time.
Yes.
But
yes.
Peaches and cream, how many times can you say that and for what reason?
He could be obsessed with a recipe he's developing.
With the song Peaches and Cream. Do you remember that song?
No.
The R&B song?
Mm-mm.
I think it was early 2000s, maybe late 90s.
That sounds right for a song titled Peaches and Cream.
I
like it. I like it. So I am sad now because I want this to be an episode.
That's like an improv game where you're given a phrase and you only have you only say one thing or.
And it's the emotion in which you say it. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I like this. Okay, what else you got?
Ah, my God.
Well, you changed the word there.
Okay. Oh my God.
You don't have a problem doing Southern accents.
No, I don't.
Should we get into this?
God.
Are you still doing it?
Oh my God.
She's not done.
Oh my God.
Should we get in this episode?
Yes, we should.
Okay. Skylar, can we have the title and synopsis for the season 10 finale, episode 22 of Bob's Burgers?
The finale?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's exciting. All right, the title is Prank You for Being a Friend. Louise's classmate, Kaylee, needs to break bad in order to get kicked out of Wagstaff, and so she enlists Louise as her prank teacher. Their final tour de force, a flying cockroach catapult built by the Thinkgineers. Of course, remember, Rudy's part of them. Meanwhile, Bob steps in to nurse Jimmy Pesto and plays with his man-child toys while he's sleeping.
Interesting wording. Plays with his... Yeah.
Well, I was going to say plays with his toys while he's sleeping, and that sounded dirty.
Yeah, there's no way.
So
to
I
really
was like...
Yeah, I think you did a good job. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have anything...
This episode came out on May 17th, 2020. It was written by Katie Crown and directed by Tom Riggin. What do you think about this episode, especially as a finale?
Oh, two different questions.
I guess so. Yes, that is too. What do you think about this episode? And then what do you think about this episode as a finale? Would be a better way to phrase it.
I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was sweet. I loved seeing Louise as a protagonist. Y'all, I'm so sorry. My wife brain is just dinging, going ding, 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 ding. Because Max, you are going to drop that coffee all over the recording
It's
equipment.
close though. See, look,
You don't think that pop can top off?
that pop can top off.
That top can pop off?
I'm going to be drinking
I'm-
it during this
sorry.
this recording. So
I'm sorry. I just still have PTSD from
I
that one episode.
understand.
I wish you could clip that clip right here.
Me too. I wish we had that on video. I don't know which episode it was.
I know. If anybody knows the coffee episode, will you please let us know? It'll be too late by the time
The
this airs.
coffee episode. The one where Max spills his coffee everywhere.
I really enjoyed this. I loved Louise being the protagonist. I enjoyed Bob going over to help Jimmy. I enjoyed that storyline more this rewatch. As a finale, I don't know that I have opinions about it. It did not feel finale-esque to me. I am not someone who is like, if they don't do a big fireworks show finale, I'm mad. I enjoyed this episode. And sometimes you can tell when they do a finale, they're like, we're gonna hit this home. This is gonna be the Emmy nominee this week. By the way, Bob's Burgers did not win the Emmy this year.
Boo.
So it was for that sister episode that
The mission, no. Slugs. They slug horses, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They did not win. That happened this past weekend. But that's not the right date because this goes out later. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I feel about it. I want you to answer both of those questions.
I'm with you in that I don't need, like, for a show like Bob's, I don't need a big, like, epic finale.
Yeah.
I don't need, like, you obviously don't need a cliffhanger, although that would be fun.
Yeah.
Simpsons did it with Who Killed Mr. Burns way
Oh, they
back
did?
when. Yeah. But it's not a finale episode, is what I'll say.
Yeah,
But don't
I would
need
agree
it.
with that.
I don't need it to be. Delightful episode. I love both storylines. I love having Kaylee back. I think she's a great character. I think she was fun the first time we met her.
She was so fun the first time we met her. I have to say, I'm not sure that the characters meld that well. Like, I'm not sure. She seemed pretty, like, self-sufficient and cool in the first episode. But like I said, I'm not the kind of person that's going to be like, this doesn't work with the character.
Well,
I
if
love
she's
that they
like-
brought her back.
Maybe she's self-sufficient and cool because she's like a loner and she doesn't like, she has to be.
It's true. What is
Yeah.
going on? It just, actually, no. That doesn't work because Tina wants to be there for her. She's like, let me be an emotional aid to you. And she has no interest. And in this episode, she wants friends. She
Hmm.
does not fit in. So it doesn't quite work.
Maybe she doesn't want like an older.
Cramping her style.
Yeah.
Tina's going to cramp her style.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm right and you're trying to force it.
Yeah.
Either way.
But maybe I'm right and you're trying to force it.
Very well could be. And either way, I am glad that she's back.
I am too. Voiced by actually someone who we saw in a movie this week. Any guesses based on, we haven't watched that many movies this
It's
week.
not Kristen Stewart. It's not Jodie Foster. Can you guess what we watched? It's
Panic Room was that answer, but we watched something else.
the girl from from Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, Maya Erskine.
I love her. I say
Who-
that every time.
Yeah, from Pen 15,
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Donald Glover. But we watched her this week. Her husband, who's also a pretty well-known actor, used to date Kristen Stewart, did a movie, recently wrote and directed a movie called Sacramento, and it was out on
Yeah.
Hulu, so we watched it, and she's in it.
Yeah. And she's great in it.
Just crazy coincidence that we watched that movie this week when we were watching this episode, and she happens to voice a character for the second time.
Any
on Bob's
connection to Panic Room in this episode?
Maybe some of Jimmy Pesto's equipment looks like the Panic Room.
Also, going full circle
Jodie
with this
Foster
episode.
does the voice of one of the slot cars.
There it is. Also, if you haven't seen Panic Room, I'm going to circle all the way back to the beginning of this episode where we mentioned Home Alone. I feel like Panic Room is just a scary Home Alone.
Yeah, just like Saw is like Kevin McAllister is Jigsaw.
Okay. Love her. Okay.
So
Another reason why I'm glad they brought Kaylee back.
Yeah.
Then.
So we first met Kaylee. It was only 10 episodes ago, believe it or not. It just feels like forever because we took forever to get through this season 10.
Yeah. And I will say the exposition in this episode, reminding y'all, they're really dropped the audience exactly into where we need to be, because they're like, who's Kaylee? And Tina's like, oh, she didn't want to be my little fish. And so we like, oh, that's right. That's where I know her from. Because a normal casual viewer, and myself included, wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, right, she's the one from...
Yeah. Although I do think, especially in if you're binge watching this show, those episodes are close enough together, if you are doing that. I don't think on the airing, because they split the seasons up so much, how it would have played out. But
exactly.
Yeah. What else about this episode?
I have my notes.
Yeah.
My first note is...
Oh, I like this. It's in... Can you hold that up to the screen? It says, Bronca, in big letters. Big, bold letters. The title. Why do you have Bronca there?
I don't even remember his line at this point, but we get one Bronca line, and it just reminds me like he needs to be in more episodes. I wanted him to be in more of this episode. It just made my day that he came in for a cameo.
Yeah, with Louise. Normally it's with Tina, because Tina's his best friend. That's inspiring.
I love their relationship.
Yeah, I love any Bronca appearance. Give me more Bronca.
We also get a very clear kind of like, I'll say I do really love the emotional payoff in this episode, in that Louise is like, hell yeah, I get to prank. You get your way. You get kicked out of school. I thought they set up the stakes really well, that like they made it so effortless for Louise to say yes to this, because she cannot prank anymore, because she might get put into the Thinkgineers. So I really like the emotional payoff. She has every reason to want to do this big final prank. And when she learns it's because Kaylee just genuinely does not feel connection and wants to be kicked out of this school. I love that Louise is like, no, like, I want you to stay. You deserve more. And when Louise is explaining this to Frond, there's kind of this harpy ukulele music in the background. And as we've learned from studying the film, from watching the movie.
No, I like that. I like the way you put it. I feel so professional.
We know that from the pilot episode of Bob's Burgers, when something emotional is happening, they use this kind of harpy music.
Yeah. I love seeing Louise and Mr. Frond kind of like ending up on the same page. They so rarely do. They're always butting heads. And I also like the fact that Louise was like a double agent. She was helping Kaylee prank, but she's also supposed to be keeping an eye on Kaylee for Mr. Frond.
Louise is flying too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Ugh, Mr. Frond taking credit for Louise's work. So annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I made a breakthrough, or like whatever.
Classic Frond. The Jimmy Pesto storyline is, I feel like we mentioned this one a while back, but it's like, I like it because we finally get to see at least just a little bit of Jimmy Pesto and Bob not butting heads in the end when they're all playing with the slot cars.
It's really cute.
Like, you're almost like, if you guys can just like
chill the fuck out.
It's mostly Jimmy. If you can just like chill out and calm down a little bit, it doesn't have to be this way, sir.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's really funny, Bob playing around while he's sleeping. I find that very amusing. One point, the production design of Jimmy Pesto's bachelor pad is just pitch perfect.
It looks like he just like went through the Sharper Image catalog and pointed at things.
Random things.
Yeah.
It's so good. The details are just phenomenal. This bar takes up most of the focal room, the artwork. And then My favorite part is when Bob gets stuck in that back thing.
Yeah.
Of course, Jimmy Pesto would have that.
Yeah. Everyone had one of those at a certain point, it feels like.
So sharper image.
Yeah, there was like a period, it feels like maybe the early 2000s, everyone had those inversion boards.
I want it. Like, I feel like my back needs a release.
I guess we're going to get one now.
Yeah.
Did you ever play slot cars at all?
Nope.
I did. I never saw the big deal. Like, it kind of bored me. It just like cars going around in circles. But there were like, when I was a kid, there were like places you could go that were like slot car, like stores. Like you would go and like pay and play and.
Wait, we were watching a movie and I was like, and they were like betting on it. And I was like, what is that? And you had to explain the whole thing to me.
Yes. What were we watching?
Remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either. It was a movie or a TV show that we've rewatched because they go and they're having like full conversations about playing the slot cars.
Yeah.
Right?
And I was like, what? No, okay. It was a comedy because I was like, what is happening?
I never like it just bored me. Like you hold the thing down and it goes around and then if you hold it too hard, it like flies off the corners.
Oh yeah, I remember I was asking, I was like, and what happens if it flies off the corners? Because they had like referees that would like come and put the car back on. And I was like, wow, what a world.
What a world. Anyway, we're going to get an inversion table and a slot car track. Yep. The title of this episode, Prank You for Being a Friend, is...
Thank you for being a friend.
Very good, which is the theme song to the Golden Girls.
Oh, duh.
Which I thought before I was researching this episode was just a theme song written for the Golden Girls.
I know it as a song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was originally, that is a cover, and the original version of the song is a 1978 song by Andrew Gold called Thank You for Being a Friend.
I love it.
I did not know that.
That's cool.
So I learned something by studying Bob's Burgers like I study the Bob's Burgers movie.
Don't say you never studied.
That's true. Mm-hmm. I studied harder for Bob's Burgers than I ever did in school.
It is. I mean, but you were so late diagnosed with ADHD. And it's just like, it's so much easier to learn when you're interested in something.
True. That's
just soak up all this knowledge.
Yeah, but that being said, I still don't. I guess I hang on to some of this Bob's Burgers knowledge.
I do. I can tell it because if you guys, God bless you, poor souls, have been listening to this podcast since the beginning, we knew nothing, and now we just sit down and record, and I like pull these like random facts from that we were talking about 2 years ago. It's a little wild.
Yeah, sometimes when we're like brainstorming TikTok ideas, we kind of like know just off the top of our head, and we're like, wow,
it's in there.
Yeah. This episode was the one that was nominated for the 2021 Writers Guild's Awards for Animation. Fine.
This season was so strong.
I agree. Maybe it's just because the finale. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Can you pull up the season 10 list and can we each pick what we would have nominated? Oh, well, I know what I would. I mean, easily.
Yeah, I know too.
Oh, I have 2.
Which ones?
Now the iconic Thanksgiving episode, Now We're Not Cooking with Gas. A runner-up for me would be Poops, I Didn't Do It Again.
Yeah, I think Poops, I Didn't Do It Again. I don't know what the rule is for holiday. I mean, I'm sure you can nominate holiday episodes.
I'm sure you can, but I'm sure when you're thinking about what it's up against. But you know what? Maybe they kind of spread the episodes around like, okay, well, for the Emmys, we're going to submit this one. So for the Writers Guild, let's nominate this one. So you're like spreading around love to the writers, directors, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. And also I wonder if it's like, if it has to do with like writing specific. This is
exactly. What are they looking for?
Right.
These things are so, when you get into the industry, it's so tainted. It's like, oh, well, this person on the guild knows this writer. It's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's politics. Yeah.
And then also when like things are nominated for comedy when they're not a comedy. And
The Bear.
That's a whole. Oh.
I will die on this hill. What the is that doing in the comedy category?
Well, back on track. Okay, so we were just talking about what we like hang on, what knowledge we hang on to.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to
God.
put this up on the screen while we're talking about it. But at a certain point, Jean and Tina have to play adults, role play as adults.
Yes.
And we see them in these outfits. And Tina is wearing Linda's old shirt that she wore before they changed Linda into a V-neck red top.
The old button-up shirt that Linda wore from the pilot until kind of that episode where she wears hairnets on her armpits.
Yeah. And Jean's also wearing his Annie wig, which we saw in the season 9 premiere, Just One of the Boys for Now.
When did the Annie... Oh, it was introduced in that episode?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. It was like a wig. He says something about it for being from Annie, and Louis and Tina wears it to play Dino? Is that her?
Yeah, she's basically going to stalk Boys for Now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she has to be one of the boys.
So it's just like another opportunity. They could have put them in anything, but they pulled from the history of the cartoon to have them actually have these things.
It's so good. And like, then you create your own little story. I'm like, oh, Linda definitely threw that button up in the closet. She's like, I'll take it to Goodwill one of these days.
Yeah.
And Tina pulled it out of the closet.
Or I could see Linda being like, I love this. I'm never going to wear it, but it's my baby. It's my baby. I got to keep it.
Yeah.
Bob, I got to keep it.
And he's like, why?
And he's like, oh my
You
God.
wore that
That's all
every
he could say.
day.
That's all he could say that episode is, oh my God. Anything else you want to say about this episode, or should we get into these end credits?
Let's do it.
Okay. The final moment before the end credits is Mr. Fraun and Louise are kind of like surveying their work and watching the Thinkgineers with Kaylee.
I did love that
involved.
she ended up there. She found her place.
Yeah, I agree.
I cannot understand why Kaylee wanted to join this club.
I know, but at least we got her to stay at Wagstaff. We make a pretty great team. High five?
Oh, I'll have a high five with you. Wow! Oh, seriously?
Sorry. Last one.
Whoa, Thinkgineers! Mind teasers!
So we have a split screen,
Vertical
split screen, and over on the non-credit side, we're having kind of like this montage going with this, I guess I'll call it the Thinkgineers anthem or Thinkgineers theme song. It kind of is similar to when they did, it sounds like the same voices as like No Man's. What's that song?
No Man's.
Yeah.
This is a girl power song.
Yeah.
No, this is a girl power jam. Oh,
Girl
I got
Power
it right.
Jam. Yeah.
Okay.
Girl Power Jam, No Man's. Yeah, it sounds kind of like the same voices.
Yes,
right?
definitely. But to me, it kind of looks like a commercial, like the actual credits, like a Scholastic book commercial. It reminds me of, I don't know, like Disney in the 90s. I don't know how to explain
Yeah,
it.
I mean, the theme is very like also Saturday morning cartoons from the 80s and 90s. It's kind of reminds me, like some of the imagery reminds me of like Captain Planet.
Yes,
that kind of thing.
exactly.
But like the first shot we get is all the Thinkgineers together doing like a, whoa,
Oh,
Thinkgineers.
Exactly. With
And
the
then-
hands.
Yeah, then we get a close-up of Rudy followed by a brain.
Yep.
Brain squeezers! Thought ticklers! During recess! After school!
Okay, so we get a bunch of the characters. We get like brain squeezers and a big font squeezes the brain, thought ticklers.
Mind teasers. Yeah, there's
And-
always like text for each one, kind of.
And the text with each one, we get characters from the Thinkgineers. We get Rudy scratching his chin. We get Kaylee. And then we cut to Zeke.
We paused the perfect one. I want to keep this up on the screen forever.
Me too. Zeke is asleep. His hand in his palm. His head in his palm. He is bored at Thinkgineers.
But I love him. Look at that sweet angel. Let that sweet
Can we
angel sleep.
adopt him?
Yeah.
I want to feed him spaghetti.
Even better! Mind teasers! Brain squeezers!
Okay, so mind teasers and brain squeezers, we kind of just get like a mathematical background.
What's that
like
movie? A Beautiful Mind meme.
Beautiful Mind. Yeah, maybe some Good Will Hunting in there.
Yes.
And then we get a shot of Rudy creating some kind of
Science
apparatus.
experiments
Yeah, it's got a
Physics.
balloon attached to a straw with
attached to a
push
pencil.
pin. Yeah, attached to a pencil.
I feel like
What do you think
the
he's
parent.
making?
I feel like he's gonna blow into the straw to fill up the balloon
What is it?
and then start a
spin it?
propeller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they got all the experiments from like the writers and staff on the show, their children, like what science experiments they brought home.
Yeah. Did you ever have to make like science experiments or like inventions and stuff?
Yeah, we definitely did. I can't specifically remember what. I want to say we did the Mentos thing, but I can't remember.
Ooh, in the Coke bottle? Or like
Yeah.
a soda bottle?
Or maybe I've just seen that on TV so many times. I'm like, yeah, I did that in my life.
You've just seen it on Stafflet's flats too many times.
Yeah.
I did. I feel like I told this story, but we had like an invention, like science fair, and I created like a magnet that goes on the back of a lid for like cans.
Oh, cute.
It's like you open a can
Wait, I
and you
love
don't have
that.
everything. Yeah.
Shark
that's it.
Tank,
Yep.
call us up.
Yep. Although I don't think keeping things in cans is
Good anymore.
yeah.
Well, if they're non BPA
Yeah,
lining,
BPA. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Shark Tank.
Yep.
Thinkgineers, logic pioneers, working with our peers.
Okay, and then we have all the Thinkgineers on the ground, and they are setting off a bottle rocket, and it's very exciting. And then it kind of putters out. It does not do what they were hoping it would do.
It looks like it's gonna do maybe they put a Mentos in there.
It's going to shoot up
Yeah,
into space.
It's got like they're using pencils again to stand it up. And then we get a shot. The next shot as we finish this up is Rudy is using that thing that we were just talking about, the propeller.
The propeller.
Thinkgineers, logic pioneers, working with our peers.
And then it looks like they're building a pyramid of sticks, which looks like some physics lesson.
Yeah, they are putting some tape around some sticks on a close-up, and then it's like
Bouncing a marshmallow on
like the
top?
Eiffel Tower of sticks and
Mhm.
putting a marshmallow on top. And then it looks like they're excited about it, that the marshmallow
Balancing.
stays up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last shot is them all kind of like doing the, Breakfast Club jump?
Jump in the air, freeze frame on the jump,
Yeah.
hands fist high, pumping. So good. These feel like very exciting, maybe season finale credits. I can tell there was a lot of work put into this.
I agree, except for that we're missing
the family
the family entirely, which is kind of sad.
on a season finale.
Yeah, that's a little sad, don't you think?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I do like that it's unexpected, though. But I full-heartedly agree with you. Also, like, this is a send-off. We're not going to see them until the fall again.
Do you want the full lyrics real quick?
Yes.
Okay. So it's Thinkgineers, mind teasers, brain squeezers, thought ticklers during recess, after school, even better, mind teasers, brain squeezers, Thinkgineers, logic pioneers working with our peers, Thinkgineers, logic pioneers working with our peers, all right.
I love them, and I love that they have each other.
The Thinkgineers?
Yeah.
Me too. I hope Zeke got out of it, though. I need that for him.
Didn't Mr. Franz say he'd done his time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Should we score him?
Yes.
We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's
I'm going 8.5.
8.5. I think I'm going to go a little bit lower.
I think that's fair.
I think I'm going to go 7.5.
Truly why I went that high. First of all, it doesn't give me the feels. It doesn't make me go, no, I'm going to miss the Belchers.
Because I miss the Belchers.
Exactly. But it was just, the graphics were so well done. I think it's very hard to be like, okay, we want to parody this, like after school special, and to actually see that vision come to life. And like, I'm looking at this and I have complete nostalgia. I'm like, oh, I used to watch things like this when I was a kid. The font, the graphics, the song that they created, I think is all amazing.
Yeah, I think that I completely agree with all that. I love the song. I love all the imagery. I love Rudy so much. I like Kaylee. And I love I love the vocals in the song. It really kind of like makes me dance a little bit, wiggle my shoulders.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't want to like hold the fact that it's a finale over his head, but I kind of do, because it's like, you want to end this season. If you're going to get a few months between you seeing your favorite family.
Yeah.
You want the Belchers in there. And it's a little sad that the Belchers aren't there at all. Like they didn't even get like Louise in there, even though she was like
The
working with
protagonist.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. I also think, one other thing. The experiments that they were doing, I thought they animated them so well. It's hard enough to make those experiments, but think about actually having to animate them. So I thought that was really well done. But yes, I agree with you 100%.
I agree too with that. Like the animation's great, and it does that's what kids do. That's what you do in these classes, these kind of like clubs and stuff like that. You build little experiments with like household items and try things out. So it's just really well done. It's just not the Belchers taking me out for a season.
Now I didn't want a Jimmy Pesto end credits. Like I loved this. I would much rather have this than something from the B story, which sometimes they do, just like a B story not, and they totally forget the A story. And sometimes I like that because it's completely out of left ear.
Can I pitch something
field.
for you from the B story?
Okay.
So what if it's just Bob in the inversion table struggling to get out of it the entire end credit?
I love it.
Thank you.
And Louise just walking around with her little cockroaches.
Yeah, or maybe like it could be in the kitchen end credit sequence, and Bob is on the inversion table and he can't get up, and they're just like trying to run the restaurant without him.
And his head is just slowly
turning red.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
now
that's
with that, that's great. Love it. But then you don't get that like song and the song could be playing over it.
Yeah, you could the Thinkgineers could be in the window in the
doing
restaurant.
rockets through the window.
Yeah.
That's cute.
See, that way you get the Belchers there.
Yes.
Yeah, just give the animators more work. Those are the end credits to prank you for being a friend. Thank you everyone for listening. And like we said at the beginning of this, we're going to be taking a little hiatus, but if you want more of us, we will be over on patreon.com/Bob's Credits.
And on Instagram and on TikTok.
Bob's Credits all across the board. We're doing stuff, and that's what we mean when we say we take a hiatus from the main feed. We are putting out content everywhere else, and we're spread thin, so we like to go spend a little time with those things.
Return fresh.
Yeah. Skylar, is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Ooh, I'm just gonna... I don't have anything. Can you give me something?
Nothing? First thing that comes to mind.
Cockroachy.
And there you go. Stay cockroachy. Yep.
We cannot end a season like that.
You did it. You said it. That's how these things go. I'm yes-anding you.
Y'all.
And
always remember, today is tomorrow's yesterday, and that we love you.
we'll see you for season 11 in the not too distant future.
Bye.